I personally, last year when the whole when the market was like starting to blow up and everybody was talking about NFTs.
Last summer.
Yeah, my daughter, like around April, she was doing music and she was helping with celebrity and celebrities that were coming into the space and they wanted to do their NFTs. So one that she helped with was Mick Jagger. He wanted to do an NFT for charity. So my daughter helped with that. And at that point in April, I have my friend who owns that, was the owner of Bundles Bets before. He introduced me to Bored Apes. And he said, I want you to get, 1 or 2 Bored Apes. And I was like, oh, I don't like how they look, so I'm not going to get it. Long story short, he bought about 4 or 5 Bored Apes. Yeah, and he was able to retire last year.
It's a new episode of Robert Spotlight. I have the honor to host Brenda Gentry today. And so welcome.
Thank you, Robert. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you to be here. So what I can say to make a little introduction for people that don't know you, it's you are a former banker, you are a DeFi enthusiast, and an NFT advisor. You have been featured on Business Insider, CNBC, and CBS News. You manage Gentry Media Production, and you are the owner of a sport betting platform called Bundle Bets.
Yes.
Great. So, what do you want to add with to this little introduction?
I am a mother. I have
yes.
2 grown children.
I should have said that because it's
no, that's
like
good. Yeah, and they are the ones that introduced me to space. Cynthia is 24 and Iman is 20.
Okay, perfect. And yes, and you are also known, sorry, I forget to mention that, you are also known as Miss Cryptomom on the internet.
Yeah, Cryptomom, yeah. My email is Miss Cryptomom, but yeah, Cryptomom.
Yes, and what could you talk about your mission?
So my mission is to bring more underrepresented or minorities into Web3 because it's a new space. It's a revolution. It's new to a lot of people who have been left behind in the previous, innovations of tech, like Web 1, where it was just read, Web 2, read and write, and now Web 3 is everyone is involved. You can actually create your own blockchain, and with the access of the internet, wherever you are in the world, you can actually be a part of bringing change to the next revolution, which is Web 3.
Okay.
They call it the new internet, so it is actually the new, it's an improved.
Yes, it's true. I will not say that it's a new internet because all Web 1, Web 2, Web 3 is going to coexist all together. It's just a new thing, a new improvement, innovation. I'm agree with you. What could you say a little bit just before starting, because I forget to talk about what is the topic of the day. Topic of the day, it's what you need to know before investing in an NFT. Just before talking about this topic, what could you say about bundle bets?
Oh my gosh, that's my baby. I have a lot to say about it. I have a lot to say about it. So when I was growing up, everybody said, gambling is a sin, and I grew up in church. I'm a Christian, and I'm I'm born again believer. So I kind of steered away from it. I don't gamble. And when a lot of people reached out to me because we had projects I had invested in, it was about prediction pools. You predict the price of Bitcoin tomorrow, and you're in a pool of 10, 20 people, and the top 3 predictions get the payout. So the issue with that was the platform was built on Ethereum, and because of the gas prices, it ended up costing a lot more people money to just pay gas than it would for the predictions. So Last year, the founder was into NFTs, and he decided he wanted to do something different. So because I was the top investor, I was the community manager, I took over the project, and now it's my project. And I reached out to, because I love sports, and my family, we are all into sports. I reached out to a friend.
Which kind of sport do you like?
Oh my God, I love the NBA. I love
Okay.
soccer. Because, you know,
Oh,
growing
soccer.
up in Kenya,
Right.
we watch soccer a lot. Like, people used to come to our house when, you know, back in the 80s when they didn't have TVs, and we
Yes.
would watch the World Cup together. So that's how I mean, I just love sports, and I love bringing people together. And I reached out to a friend of mine who's a former professional poker player. Hey, and
Okay.
I told him, hey, I want to change this project from just crypto prediction pools and make it sports betting. So then we hired developers, and yeah, we're launching. The full product should be ready before World Cup.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. So it's still a work in progress. It's did you have some beta user maybe?
Yeah, we're having better user right now. Yes, we're having better user, but we've realized that we want to do a little bit more innovation to the
Okay.
platform, and we've decided to add more pools, because before we didn't have cricket, people were asking for horse racing. I mean, everybody wants their sports. Everybody in the world is interested in just NBA and Major League Baseball. You know, we just had typical American sports major. Like right now, the only two pools that are running is major for testing is Major League and Major League Baseball and
Okay.
soccer, because
Okay.
obviously NBA season ends this month. So we have wanted to incorporate cricket, things that a lot of people do during the summer, horse racing, and it's going to be really interesting, and fantasy sports as well.
Okay.
Esports, yes.
Okay, perfect, perfect. I'm quoting cryptonews.com. So last September, she was able to help her parents retire. Could you talk about this story?
Yeah, so I've been in banking and finance. My background is almost 2 decades. I got in back in 2004. I don't know how old you are, Robert. I don't know if you're my age, but yeah, I know where you were in 2004.
I'm younger. I'm younger.
I know you
I'm
are. I know you are.
36, 36.
Yeah, so back in 2004, I've been in banking, and I really love the world of finance. I've been in real estate as well. I've sold real estate. I've been a mortgage banker for forever. Anything to do with the ins and outs of buying a home and underwriter. I've been the one that decides whether the loan is approved or not. You know, looking at credit, making sure the buyers are qualifying for homes. So I've done that for almost 20 years, and I loved it. I wouldn't mind doing it until I was 62. I
Okay.
retired doing it. You know, my friends were walking away from the bank at 68 years old. And when they left, they would say, "Oh, girl, you see, you still got 15 more years." And, you know, when I turned 45, I was like, I don't think I want to do this for the rest of my life. Like, I don't want to like stay in the bank 9 to 5.
Yes.
So when my oldest daughter went to college, Cynthia, in 2016, she started talking about blockchain technology. So she went for computer science, but she did not like computer science. So she started talking about blockchain. And that intrigued me. And I am really, I'm always so curious about what's the next tech boom, what's going to change, what's going to impact lives. So when she dove into blockchain technology, I was right there behind with her.
Okay.
So that's how I last year, when I had been trading when we 2020, when Bitcoin went down to 3,000. I invested around that time frame of 2020, when it was high DeFi summer. And my daughter was just telling us, we were also excited because she had moved back home. You know, the youngest had graduated. So it was just the four of us spending a lot of time together. My husband and I were working from home. So we were looking at tokens together and investing in tokens together. And it was so fun. It was so much fun. And I was like, oh man, I would mind doing this for the rest of my life. And then, so some of those investments paid off, and I decided to retire last year.
Okay, okay. And it's how you have been able to help your parents to retire as well.
Yeah, my parents retired before. Okay, so my mom was working as a head of cleaning in Heathrow, because my parents live in London.
Okay.
So my dad was also doing cleaning jobs, and he's 70. My dad is 70. Is he gonna be 75 this year? I think my dad's gonna be 75 this year. Yeah, he's been working. He retired from his first career, and then he was just doing odd jobs in like the school, just cleaning, and I was so like, it was just wearing down on them. You know how it gets really cold in Europe? You're in France, right?
Yes.
You know how cold it gets.
I know. I do. But I'm in the south of France, so I would say
Oh,
that
you're in the
I'm
south
pretty,
of
yes,
France.
yes. So I'm pretty
Where are
comfortable.
you? Where's that?
It's called, I don't know. Do you know France a little bit?
I was in Nice in
So
2019.
it's close to that. It's like maybe 4 hours with a train, but it's more on the west of
What's the
Nice.
name of it? I'll know if you tell me the name.
It's called Montpellier. It's called Montpellier.
I was in Montpellier. We drove from Montpellier. Oh my God, Montpellier is beautiful.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Oh my God. Okay, so we went to there's a water right next in Montpellier. What's the name of that? There's the water where we go to swim. What is the name?
Oh, there is Palavas, Carnon.
Yeah.
Yes.
We went there where they have the nice. Yeah,
yes.
Because my sister-in-law, my brother married a French girl.
Okay.
And her family lives in Montpellier. We flew into Montpellier. We did fly into Montpellier. They have a little airport, right?
Yes, but you have to do a connection to Paris.
No, I came from Germany.
Oh, okay, right.
I mean, not Germany. I was in London. I was in London.
Okay, yes. Okay,
yeah, I was in London to visit my family, my parents. And oh my God, that was you live in a very nice city.
I know.
I have to come and visit you, Robert. I have to come and visit you again.
The sun is here. The sun is here for everyone, so.
Yeah, so no, you're in a different part of France. That part is the most beautiful. And we rented a car. This is what happened. We Americans, we're used to big cars. I mean, I'm Kenyan American, but my husband we like big cars, right? So we came and we rented a big car in Montpellier, but the roads are so small.
Yes.
And the garage, we were going to park in the garage, and the car was like,
it was impossible.
We were like, oh my God, I think we hit the rental car. Oh my God, the roads are so small. So
on the city. If you want to travel by car, you don't have to go on the city of Montpellier. You have to go outside, because on the city the streets are very small.
Oh my God, the city is got small roads. So here we are with our big car, making like, my husband's like, okay, next time we're not gonna rent a car. We're just going to get Uber. I don't even remember if there was Uber, but and now I know where you live, and now I'm interested in visiting again. And when we went to Nice, I know in Marseille, we decided to drive, and I know we're talking about crypto, but I gotta tell you this real quick. We drove to Nice. We wanted to see the scenery, beautiful. And then I know we didn't stop in Marseille, but my sister did, because she went with the bus, and she said Marseille, it was like, she remembered like London, because she says so many people of color in Marseille. And I was like, wow. She's like, Mom, she was like, if you haven't seen, she was telling me and my mom, like, if you haven't seen Black people in France, you need to go to Marseille and Paris.
Paris. I will say Paris. But
Paris, but there were a lot in Marseille too. In Nice, I didn't see too many, but the ones I saw invited me to an African restaurant, and they cooked the best African food. They had the restaurant I went to in Nice. I want to go back there. And I met one Kenyan guy.
Do you recall the name?
I don't know, but I can go there. If I close my eyes, I can find my way there.
Okay,
I can find my way there. But I'm gonna visit you. If I don't visit you this year, I'll visit you next year.
No problem. We are going to do that. But
yeah,
let's get back to the main
subject,
right? Because we have to kind to debate a little bit. I want to say that as a former banker, which skills from finance have you been able to reuse on NFT land?
So as a person from finance in traditional banking, what we've been able to use in the NFT learned?
Yes.
Okay, so quite a lot. So most people that are getting into crypto are finding it easier to navigate through NFTs than they would through DeFi. When I got in through DeFi. Okay. Whereas when you get in, you buy, obviously, you use your Coinbase and you get your Ethereum. You move your Ethereum to your MetaMask. And with NFTs, you leave your Ethereum on MetaMask and you just, access the website that you're buying the NFTs. And that's, you get your NFTs, you mint your NFTs. When I was getting in, we had to go a step further because you're going to have to find the exchange Uniswap or PancakeSwap, and then you're going to have to swap your Ethereum to whatever token it is. Like if I was buying Band, I would swap it to Band, and then from Band, you just leave it in your wallet. So the similarity...
If it wasn't listed on a marketplace, right?
No, it's not. Smaller tokens. And anyway, a lot of the tokens that still have potential to do 10x are not on Coinbase, are not on crypto.com or on Binance. They're not on the big exchange. Mm-hmm. The smaller tokens that if people want to make more than 2x will be on PancakeSwap or Uniswap, but those require a lot of due diligence because they have obviously higher risk, if you don't do your due diligence. But the similarity between that is like going to a bank and saying, I want to put my money in a CD and I want to get 0.05 interest rate for 3 months. The only difference is with NFTs, you get a much better interest rate because I wouldn't call it interest rate, but if you can get a 2x on your money or a 3x on your, like if you put 700 for an NFT and that same NFT, if you get it at 0.05 and you can sell it for 0.14, you've already made double your money and you can, sell it or just leave your money there. So there's not so the similarity in terms of investing is the same, but again, you get a higher return with NFTs. The only thing is with NFTs right now, obviously, the ones that are doing well are crappy projects like Globe in Town or Poop, whatever, stupid projects that I personally wouldn't invest in. But there's still other projects out there that would give better return than just having my money sit in the bank.
Okay, so what to be honest, I didn't catch what was the skills or the things that you have been able to reuse from your past, your previous life as a former banker to the NFT land. Could you say that just like in a short form, please?
Of course, because So what I was saying is, as an investor or as a person that's in banking, I personally look for a return.
Okay.
If I have my $10,000 sitting in my bank, the bank's going to give me a penny or 2 pennies or maybe $1 at the end of 6 months. The interest rate is very low. Okay. So I personally, as an investor, speaking for me, Brenda Gentry, I would move that money to, after doing research, an NFT that I know, even though right now it may be low price at zero, whatever price it is, but has the potential of pulling a 2x at the end of the year. So that skill is the same skill I would use in banking. While I'm looking for a CD that would give me a good return, I would do that with NFTs, if that makes sense. Does that
Yes,
make
that makes sense. That makes sense. If you want, we can dig a little bit on what are you looking for as a factor or signal.
Okay, so I'm a very picky investor. I personally, honestly, would invest in one NFT for 3 months.
Okay.
So what I look at, number one, is the team. I am very particular about the team.
Okay.
I don't invest in anonymous founders. I gotta make sure I know who the founders are. Except obviously Bitcoin. We don't know who the founder is. Nobody knows where Satoshi is.
Nobody knows. Nobody
Yeah.
knows.
So in terms of NFTs or even in the DeFi space, I'm really concerned about that, number one, because I know a lot of people say, well, it doesn't matter who the founders are, but that means if they're not willing to show who they are, then they're not here. They don't have any skin in the game. Then they don't want to really be here long term. You know what I'm saying? If I'm coming out and I'm saying, this is who I am, this is who I am on LinkedIn, you can find me on LinkedIn and LinkedIn will send you back to my address or whatever I've done in the last 20 years. Those are the people that I know are here to stay. They're not here just to money grab and leave. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Okay, so another thing I look at, if the product, like for example, when I look at Wow G or Wow, that was one of the first NFTs I was like, this is gonna do well.
So
And we
for
went,
just sorry, for people that don't know, we talk about World of Women and World of Women Galaxy.
yes, thank you, Robert. Yes,
No problem.
World of Women Galaxy. I personally last year when the whole when the market was like starting to blow up and everybody was talking about
Last
NFTs.
summer.
Yeah, my daughter, like around April, she was doing music and she was helping with celebrity and celebrities that were coming into the space and they wanted to do their NFTs. So one that she helped with was Mick Jagger. He wanted to do an NFT for charity. So my daughter helped with that. And at that point in April, I have my friend who owns that, was the owner of Bundles Bets before. He introduced me to Bored Apes, and he said, I want you to get, one or two Bored Apes. And I was like, I don't like how they look, so I'm not gonna get it. Long story short, he bought about 4 or 5 Bored Apes. Yeah, and he was able to retire last year. He actually sold a few of his Bored Apes when Ethereum was at 4,000. So and he's building a big mansion.
He did well.
He did really well last year. And he didn't even buy just Bored Apes. He bought Mutant Apes. He has an eye for NFTs that did well last year. But anyway, long story short, I didn't buy into Bored Apes. And then the summer, they were looking, a lot of people were reaching out to me and they were like, oh, we want you to get involved with Wow, like World of Women. And I was like, these things that, I haven't really seen the value grow. So I'm just like, I was just looking. I was like, okay. I was helping them with marketing, a lot of projects. So when Wow reached out, they actually sent me one. I didn't have to pay for it. And so I looked at it for 2 weeks. And the next thing I saw a tweet from Logan Paul. And one of the team members that sent me the NFT, they say, I hope you haven't sold your NFT. Go look at the price. I said, no, I didn't even look at it. Like, I didn't pay attention. It wasn't nothing to me. Because at that time in April last year, or in June, I think it was June, nobody was paying attention to NFTs like we are now. And when I looked, the price had 3 or 4 times in about...
It was crazy back in the day, yes.
Yeah, and I said, wow, like literally, wow. I didn't even pay attention to this NFT, and it went to 2. It was about 2 ETH, and I didn't pay for it. And I was like, oh man, I need to start buying more NFTs. So that's how I started investing in NFTs, because I started realizing that even though someone comes up with a good NFT, if they don't have a community behind it, community is what sells an NFT. And I've realized that a lot in crypto. You can have the best art, you can have the best product, but if you don't have community behind you, if you don't have the following, it's just right now the way the space is, you have to build community in order for, because those are the ones that really bring your product to market.
Yes.
So I look at that, a community, and obviously the founders. And utility right now, nobody's paying attention to utility. As much as I would like to invest in NFTs that have utility, right now the trend is not caring about utility. Yet in
yes.
2 or 3 years, yes, but right now they could care less about utility. Community is what is more important right now.
Okay. So if I sum up a little bit, what you are looking after, it's who is the team, who is behind the project, did there is a community, and you look the utility, but today you find that as not as significant. Is that?
Say that again. No, the last part.
The last part, it's like you watch the utility, but in the same time you are saying to yourself, oh, people don't care that much about utility today.
Yes.
So it's like
correct, yeah.
Okay. And which tool do you use to analyze a project?
There's really no tool that I use. A lot of the new projects, I think as an influencer in the space, a lot of projects reach out to me when they need visibility. So I scan through them and I'm like, okay, this is something to look at, this is not something to look at. But I in the last 3 months I've turned every project down, but not
Why?
because
Why?
It's just copycats. Everything.
Okay.
I haven't seen anything original.
Okay.
There's so many women-led. Like last year when Boss Beauty's the founder reached out to me, I know that Wow had just come out and people were saying, man, it looks kind of like Wow, the art is kind of like Wow, but the utility was good with Boss Beauties. Lisa was doing bringing women into tech for the last 10 years, way before she came up with Boss Beauties. So I wanted to champion that. I wanted to champion bringing younger women into tech. So I thought, in my mind, Boss Beauties was different. When Sarah reached out to me with Wild of Women.
Women and Weapon?
Women and Weapons. Thank you, Robert. Her art was very different than any other art that I saw. Her utility was, empowering women, weapons in terms of education, skills. So I went with that. And the Royals NFT, African art, I went with that. Right now it's just okay doing this. It's kind of like repetitious, and I've made mistakes. I've looked at projects and that I thought the founders were mature enough to carry on the torch after the marketing is done, but they didn't have the tenacity to do that. So I was struggling with that last beginning of the year when I did research on a project that I put my name on, and I did so much marketing for them, used my own money to help them market, but the founder was so immature that he started having issues with his co-founder.
Okay.
So stuff like that. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I'm very, very picky right now.
Okay. And when you said that you put your own money to help the awareness, what have you been doing? If you can go in detail.
Could you please repeat that, please?
Sorry. No problem. It's like you just said that you put your own money to help market past a project. So my question is, why did you do that, and or did you do it?
Okay, yeah. So the project, once they and a lot of projects that were coming to me last year towards the end of the year had seen the success that we had with Boss Beauties, Women and Weapons. We were selling out the projects, right? So
and for this project, so sorry to cut you out, what was your or have you been involved with Boss Beauty and women and weapon?
Oh, Boss Beauties, I was an advisor. My daughters, both of them and I were their main advisors. When they started from scratch, we helped get them to market in terms of launch date and a month, or I think we stayed a month after, or 2 months. Must have been 2 months. But my contract was after, I was a month or two after, and then we did not extend the contract because obviously I was getting into women and weapons at that time.
Okay.
And women and weapons wanted me to have a longer contract. So that's why I couldn't extend my contract with Boss Beauties.
Okay.
But what I did, the same thing I did with Boss Beauties, I did with women and weapons. I advise Sarah. I bring a team. I have my own team of marketing, specialists, and we help them with how to get a developer, how to get the Discord and community involved. And so we were doing the whole thing for all these projects. And the new ones that came and I signed on, in fact, one I had signed on and I realized the guy was not, after I did my background check, I realized I didn't want to work with the guy, but he had already put my picture on his website. It took him almost 4 months to take my picture off the website.
Okay.
But that project didn't go anywhere. I haven't heard about it. So, yeah. And so the one that I signed on was totally not even what I'm used to doing. It was boat dealers. I did it because my daughter was like, "Mommy, just do it for us," because it's weed people who like to smoke weed, and I don't even. But anyway, sorry that I say the name, but it's out there. A lot of people already know I was associated with that, and it's just not been doing well. So yeah, I used funds to help them get some influencers on board.
Okay.
I don't like talking about it.
Okay, no problem, no problem.
I
And
mean,
so,
but it's okay. I mean, sometimes with our wins, we also have to showcase our failures. And
yes, yes, it's
yeah.
my belief. It's we learn more from failures than wins.
Yes, exactly.
You
Yeah.
know.
I've won more. I've won 98%. And so 2% being, not going well is this okay?
Okay, okay,
I
okay.
learn and I move on. You're right.
And based on a mistake, what could you share as your best mistake?
I think I should just trust my gut.
So
I mean,
you didn't trust your gut. Is that the
oh,
mistake?
I didn't. I had to call. So I had to ask my husband twice, my daughters, and I had to ask my nephew. My nephew is very well versed with a lot of, I would say, I mean, the market as it is, like he knows a lot of people in the cannabis industry.
Okay.
So I reached out to him and he was like, yeah, just do it. So my gut was like, no, don't. But I still did it because of asking around. But then again, now I know better to go with my gut. My gut has never been wrong. And that's actually the Holy Spirit. I don't even know why I say my gut. That's the Holy Spirit.
Okay. Okay. So it's really like it's intelligent, emotional. It's not
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
okay.
I'm a very good judge of character.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. And so it's but I get that part, but how do you transfer these skills over your team? Because it's like very personal, to just based on your internal. It's like internal trigger, right? How do you transfer the skills to your team?
How do how do I trust my team with
No,
this?
not trust, transfer. Because basically it's like at some point you have to delegate things.
Oh,
And
for true, true,
yes.
true.
So how are you able to transfer these skills to your team?
So I have a personality. I have a type A personality. I'm all over the place. I like
Okay.
to do things on my own. I
Okay.
rarely delegate things, but now that it's getting to be a lot, I'm having to. Two people that know me and can work with me really well are my daughters, Cynthia and Imani. And even they can't keep up with me. They're like, Mom, you're moving too fast again. So I have tried to bring in people that, or even family members that can keep up with my speed. I haven't found anybody yet. So right now, the only person that is able to keep up with my speed is my husband. So he is helping with my emails, and my daughters, Cynthia and Imani, will, chime in once in a while, but they are building, they're running Gentry Media. While I'm running Bundles Bets, they're running Gentry Media. And we have two big contracts that we are working with for the last 3 months that are gonna go on for probably another 6 months. So they're really busy on their end. I find it very hard to delegate stuff, but believe it or not, I may not have women on my team, and I'm probably gonna get slack for that because only 2 women that can keep up with me is my daughters. But I'm surrounded by guys. Like, my whole team at Bundles Bets is dudes, and I like it. No drama. No drama.
Okay, it's your choice. You can do whatever you
Yeah,
are.
no, but people get slack for that. And just excuse me for a minute. So people get slack. The reason I say people get slack is because you're supposed to have a diverse team nowadays, and especially in Web3, you're supposed to have a diverse team. And it's okay. I have a diverse team. Myself and my 2 daughters, that's as diverse as it's gonna get, unless I find someone that can keep up with me. And it's very hard to.
Makes sense. I will try to ask you like a very quick question, because we will have to close the show.
Okay.
It's regarding the NFT land. Who do you follow to stay updated?
Who do I follow to stay updated? And I'm
Yes.
sorry, I am sweating here. I think I need to turn my AC on.
Okay.
I got to turn my. I'm sorry, because I don't, when we are just my husband and I rarely turn the AC on, but you can tell I'm sweating. But anyway,
No problem.
who do I
follow? To keep track of the NFT land move very quick. So who do you follow, if you follow someone? Or if I turn the question in another form, how do you keep up with the news?
I subscribe to a lot. I subscribe to a lot of the crypto news. And excuse me, I'm gonna like turn that AC on for a minute.
Okay.
Hope you don't mind. Yeah.
No problem.
I subscribe to a lot of NFT magazines. Obviously,
yes.
I do Cointelegraph.
All right. So when you are turning your AC down, I just want to showcase a little comment from the live stream. So Flavien,
Flavian, that's my girl.
Lizma Loba Baiti said amazing. Kevin Bosco said loving every part of this conversation.
People. I love them.
Nemo John, very informative. Frederick Turk, fire, and Faustine Atieno, great and fire. So it's like, your people like what you are sharing with us today.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right. So yes, you subscribe to a newsletter, right? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you mind name some of them?
Oh, there's Blockwax and there's Cointelegraph. Obviously, CoinDesk has a lot of, is now starting to add some NFT information. But when it comes to influencers, I don't see too many that will tell me stuff that I don't already know. So yeah.
Okay. What are the most common mistakes made by your client? If you are okay to talk about it, or if you are not comfortable, let's extend that to what are the most common mistakes made by people on the NFT land.
I think they're trusting projects because of, some of them because of hype.
Okay.
And a lot of them probably that haven't done their due diligence are not, they're being left holding bags. And that's, I am also guilty of that. So I've been left holding some NFTs that I was like, oh my God, I thought this would do well, but no, they haven't. A lot of those founders up and left. And that happened since last year, June. So I'm being very picky about the NFTs I'm investing in, by the way.
Okay. What did you know today that you didn't know 1 year before?
A lot. You learn so much. See, the thing with the NFT space and crypto in general is that you learn so much in a very short time that I'm sorry. Gosh, sorry with this.
No problem.
Sorry about that. I'm just a mom. I don't even know how not to be a mom. I mean, I know I'm on camera, but I'm like, everybody will be like, oh, so why she's doing
We don't care.
No, I'm good. So no, what I was gonna say, like, in the space, every day I come in, I learn something new. I'm the first one to tell you, and I tell my team, be very careful for scammers. This weekend, I actually fell a victim of one. I got an invoice. Huh?
On which one? The Buzz Beauty?
No. In Telegram. So I have
Okay.
I'm very particular about people sending me DMs, but this person was very conniving, and they came through my bundles bets, and they sent me an invoice that I should have sent to the team. I ended up paying it because I don't like having outstanding anything outstanding. So when they sent me this invoice, I was like, okay, let me just pay it. But usually my team pays the invoices, but I paid that night without, I was like, I don't want, this invoice sitting around, so I'll just pay. But yeah, stuff like that, I've been warning my followers on Twitter. When someone reaches out to you and they're asking for money, 99.9% of the time, it's a scam. And a lot of people are using my profile on Instagram and on Twitter to scam people. So Twitter is finally taking a step, they reached out to me, they escalated my account, and in the last few weeks, any accounts that are fake of mine and I send it to Twitter, they are removed within 24 hours. Okay. But the Instagram is just a little bit behind, and that's why I feel like even though I have a platform, if you're not verified, people are still thinking you're using your information to steal money or send people to fake websites. But that's not me. They're using my information to do that.
Yes.
So I'm still like hoping Instagram can get it together.
Okay. So you were talking about impersonator on social.
Yes, network. Impersonators. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So I'm sorry, Brenda. I would love to follow this discussion, but we are running out of time right now, so we will have to close the show. To close the show, I have usually a simple question, which is for you: what is an NFT?
Oh, an NFT, also known as a non-fungible token, is any digital asset that is stored on a blockchain. It can be in the form of music. It can be in the form of, it's going to be tickets here very soon, because I think Mark Cuban when I was talking to him, he was asked, they're looking into ways where, like, when you're going to watch the basketball games, you can use your NFT. So they can come in the form of tickets, but mostly widely known right now is art. So this particular art that I buy is stored on blockchain, and the blockchain the art is going to be there forever, and it's going to show as it changes hands. The main person that sold it will always get some, they'll
royalty.
Get money. Yeah, exactly. Always. So that's what that is.
Okay.
The digital assets stored on a blockchain. That's the easiest a breakdown I can for people that are, not so well versed in. And I mean, there's obviously a different definition. There's several, but that's the main. That's what it is.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to read the last comment, and we will be able to end the show. So Frederick Kurtz, Miss Brenda Gentry is the best NFT consultant. Samuel Mizar, this is awesome. Marie Nawiri, sorry for the pronunciation. I'm really enjoying this. And the last one, it's Lizma Loba Baiti, very sincere and lovely. Thank you for sharing. So basically, the people on YouTube was on fire. Thank you to watch the show on here. We were live on LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. YouTube.
Oh my God! All those, and I was here sweating out like
no problem. No
problem.
It's good because, as you know, YouTube like your story, everything that you share. So you have done a very good job. I'm very sorry because I have to close the show.
I know you told me, you have another follow-up, and I appreciate you.
It was very great. Maybe we can do a follow-up to have,
yes,
be
no
more
worries.
comfortable. But it was very great. Thank you for your time, and we talk
Thanks
later.
for inviting me, and I'm gonna come visit you in Montpellier. Okay.
Bye, Brenda.
Bye, Robert. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.